Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, let's thank to God. With His grace, we can gather on the opportunity this afternoon. I would like to say thank you for coming in our presentation today. It's great to see you all. Everyone, this presentation will discuss about step-by-step scientific methods. Before we start the presentation, I will read out the schedule as follows. The first session will be the opening. The second session, introduction. The third session is the presentation. The fourth session is a question and answer session. And the last one is the closing session. Before we head into the next session, allow me to introduce the team. I'm Ferdina Mutiara Ramadan as the moderator and the first speaker. Medito Adilupung as the second speaker. And Fortran Gideon Siterus as the third speaker. To shorten the time, let's head over to the presentation session. Well, let's start this presentation. Next. 1. Approach of the truth. There are two human approaches to obtaining the truth. 1. Non-scientific approach. This non-scientific approach is the discovery of truth naturally, not through human effort of engineering. This non-scientific approach consists of E. Common sense. Something a reasonable person says can be taken into account. Common sense is a set of concepts and conceptual charts. A conceptual chart is a set of concepts that are strung together with postulates, hypotheses, and theories. Common sense must also be supported by experience. It is the summary of experience that is sparked as a concept and which become knowledge. The prejudice. The achievement of knowledge in a common sense is colored by the interest of the person who does it. That is what causes common sense to easily turn into prejudice. Whatever is obtained by the researcher is valid, which was initially prejudiced. But if it has been investigated, then the finding is true. After getting the truth, then the assumption is true. For example, smoking people are not able to run fast in 100 meters. Next. 2. Scientific approach. The scientific approach is obtained through a scientific approach that is built on certain theories. The theory was developed through scientific research that is systematic and controlled based on empirical data. There are several categories of proof of a theory in research. The first of the category of finding theory. This category is the highest category. Theory is an opinion or view that is strengthened by the result of research from the result of argument, which are used to analyze phenomena. The second category is theory testing.
Formulation of the problem. First of all, what the researcher must do is formulate the problem, namely how the problems that he wants to solve and which are interesting to know the truth. The formulation of the problem is closely related to the objective to be achieved in a study. Research problems are generally formulated in the form of question related to the object of research, such as what, how, why, when, and so on. The more specific the problem formulation, the easier it is to conduct future research. Example, number 1, how is organic vegetable farming managed? Number 2, what are the obstacles faced by organic vegetable farmer? Next, hypothesis formulation. We know that the hypothesis is a used or a temporary answer to the statement in the formulation of the research problem. It is said to be a temporary answer because the existing answer are answers that come for theory. In other words, if the theory states that A affects B, then the hypothesis is in accordance with what the theory says, namely A affects B. The real answer will only be found if the research has carried out data collect and research data analysis. So it can be concluded that the preparation of the hypothesis, number one, temporary answer for problem solving, number two, allegation based on existing knowledge, number three, answer that must be verified. The factors that must be considered in the preparation of the hypothesis are as follows. Number one, hypothesis are arranged in declaration sentence. The sentence is positive and not normative. Terms such also not be contained in the hypothesis sentence. Number two, the variables set in the hypothesis are operational variables in the sense that they can be observed and measured. Number three, the hypothesis show a certain relationship between the variables.
Hypothesis test. Hypothesis test. 1. Collection of facts relevant to the hypothesis. 2. Facts are obtained from experience, trial, or experiments. Collect through sensing. A series of systematic procedures is testing research allegation consists of 1. Formulate research hypothesis, which aim to calculate sample statistics, such as mean, proportion, etc. 2. Determine the values of and to be used. The value of is also known as type 1 error or the degree of significance or significance level. 3. Determine the statistical method used. 4. Determine the criteria for rejecting and accepting the null hypothesis in accordance with the value of which has been determined in produce number two above. 5. Making conclusion according to the result of statistical test as explained above. Hypothesis testing does not aim to prove the truth of the hypothesis, but only decide whether the hypothesis is rejected or accepted. Making conclusion. The result of data analysis produce a pattern or trend. This pattern can be used as a basic for drawing a conclusion. Conclusion is a statement that summarizes what has been done in research activities. In drawing up a conclusion, you must decide whether the data collected support the hypothesis or not. In addition, you also have to repeat a study several times before you can draw a conclusion.
Okay, that's all for our presentation today. For question and discussion, can ask them directly in class or on the SPADA forum. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.